meditation creates enormous space. As of now, we think we are crammed in a tiny space and we don't have enough room to move around. But with enough meditation, we'll see that there's a lot of space between us and our experiences. In fact, so much space that we can travel from one end to another for days together. There is that much of space between me and my experiences. Meditation reveals that space. And this is where, coming back to the first understanding of the mind, mind is not a component of the brain. The brain is the component of the mind. The body is the component of the mind. See, what we have forgotten in all this process is, even to be able to contemplate on the shape, the size, and the structure of the brain, you need a conscious being. Now, to say that one part of that brain is contemplating on, it's like two brains talking to each other. It's ridiculous. I mean, even the idea is ridiculous, because there has to be a conscious being who is above this brain to be able to contemplate on the brain. So it's the same with, I mean, I say this, right? I can pick up that cup and leave it there because I'm not that cup. I'm something separate from that cup, so I can move it from one place to another. If I was just my body, then what I am doing now is impossible. There has to be something to me that is different from the body, that is allowing me to use the body. It's the same with the mind. I can use my mind because I'm not my mind. I can watch my thoughts because I'm not a thought. I am the observation. I am the consciousness that sees everything. So since I can see my body, I can use it. Since I can see my thoughts, I can use it. Since I can see this table, I can break it. Because you got to be separate from that. And we can deal with our bodies, we can do all these things because we are separate. If we were simply stuck in our bodies and our consciousness is just, a product of the body, then all these things will not make sense. So this is where Eastern spirituality and Western philosophy get separated. I mean, if you look at everybody, right, from Socrates to Plato, the entire philosophical stream, they come very close to explaining the nature of the mind. But finally they say, okay, it's thoughts. For example, the way Rene Descartes says, he says, I think, therefore I am, which is totally opposite to the nature of reality. You are, that's why you think. That's the fundamental difference. Because there are moments when I'm not thinking and I'm still there. I'm still existing. So I'm not just a product of thoughts. Even when I'm not questioning, even when I'm not inquiring, even when I'm not indulging in thoughts, I still am. But to realize that, we need to go on this journey of separating ourselves from thoughts. Otherwise, we are so attached to our thoughts, we tend to think that, oh, if I'm not thinking, I cannot live. So I have to constantly be thinking, constantly be doing something. The moment I drop this thinking process, I will disappear. This is a fear. It's the fear of the mind. This is where meditation comes in. Meditation says, thought is just a tool. You can use it, play with it, and then drop it when you don't want. You don't have to cling to it all the time. If you cling to a thought, it becomes a very painful journey, a painful experience. But if you can use the thought and drop it, learning how to drop a thought when you don't need it is the whole skill of meditation.